Today I'll be talking about Pikachu, the first electric-type Pokémon. It's the first Pokémon to have a pre-evolution in a different generation than that generation it started in. Pikachu, which levels up at a high friendship, starting in Pokémon Gold and Silver. Its past PYC dates are March 22nd, 1996, January 11th, 1999, November 1st, 2001, August 22nd, 2004, June 13th, 2007, April 3rd, 2010, January 22nd, 2013, November 13th, 2015, September 3rd, 2018, and June 24th, 2021. While I like Pikachu's design, I personally don't like the image that's used on the official website's Pokedex, as it makes it, or maybe him, depending on the region or maybe generation, look weird. I do like how Gigantamax Pikachu harkens back to the original design of Pikachu, who was a lot heavier. Let's get into, I'm just kidding, I need to talk about the obvious. Pikachu is known universally as the mascot of the Pokemon franchise. One particular Pikachu was even the main character of the anime up until fairly recently. I'm not gonna lie, I love Pikachu. Let's get into the Bulbapedia article. Hello, welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we'll be talking about Pikachu, the mouse Pokemon, whose number is 0025. So here's Pikachu, the official image here. Yep, then we got cosplay Pikachu, a female Pikachu, because it's, you know, because of this tail here. Got these bumps instead of this line here. Got Pikachu in a cap. This is a Pokemon Expo hat. It's also one worn by Ash Ketchum. So we got Partner Pikachu and Gigantamax Pikachu. Type is electric. Abilities are static. And hidden ability is Lightning Rod. Gender ratio is 50-50. Catch rate is 190 or 35.2%. Breeding, egg groups are field and fairy or no eggs discovered. Cosplay/cap. Hatch time is 10 cycles. Height is 1'4" or 0.4 meters. As just regular Pikachu. Its weight is 13.2 pounds or 6 kilograms. Now this says Partner Pikachu. I think it's supposed to be Gigantamax Pikachu. I don't know why. Like, Partner Pikachu is not that large. So it's 68 feet and 11 inches or 21 meters, and we don't know its weight. Base experience yield in Gen 1 through 4 was 82. In Gen 5 onwards, it was 112. Its leveling rate is medium fast. EV yield is 2, both in speed. Its shape is that. Its footprint is that. Pokedex color is yellow. Its base friendship is 70. Pikachu is an electric-type Pokemon, introduced in Gen 1. It evolves from Pichu when leveled up. With high friendship, it evolves into Raichu when exposed to a Thunderstone. In Alola, Pikachu evolves into Alolan Raichu when exposed to a Thunderstone. Pikachu has 16 alternate forms that fall into 4 groups: Cosplay Pikachu, Pikachu in a cap, the Partner Pikachu, and Gigantamax Pikachu. Ordinary Pikachu can Gigantamax into Gigantamax Pikachu if it has the Gigantamax factor. Additionally, many other Pikachu variants have appeared in various media. Cosplay Pikachu, Pikachu in a cap, the Partner Pikachu, and Pikachu with the Gigantamax factor cannot evolve. The initial Pikachu from Pokemon Yellow will refuse to evolve into Raichu unless it is traded and evolved on another save file. Pikachu is popularly known as the mascot of the Pokemon franchise and one of Nintendo's major mascots. It is also the game mascot of and the player's first Pokemon in Pokemon Yellow and Let's Go Pikachu. The player's first Pokemon in Pokemon Rumble Blast and Pokemon Rumble World, and has made numerous appearances in the covers of spin-off games. Biology: Pikachu is a short, chubby rodent Pokemon. It is covered in yellow fur with 2 horizontal brown stripes on its back. It has a small mouth, long pointed ears with black tips, and brown eyes. Each cheek is a red circle that contains a pouch for electricity storage. It has short forearms with 5 fingers on each paw, and its feet each have 3 toes. At the base of its lightning bolt-shaped tail is a patch of brown fur. A female will have a V-shaped notch at the end of its tail, which looks like the top of a heart. It's classified as a quadruped, but is known to stand and walk on its hind legs, therefore Pikachu is a facultative biped. So you can see the gender difference here, Pikachu's gender difference in the Pokemon series, yeah. In Pokemon the Series episode, Pikachu's Goodbye, wild Pikachu are shown to live in groups in forested areas. Pikachu communicate amongst themselves using squeaks and tails shaking as friendly gestures. In a plethora of Pikachu, it is shown that Alolan Pikachu are known to greet each other by sniffing one another and rubbing their tails together. Electricity can be used to receive and send messages with each other, as well as with other electric-type Pokemon. It raises its tail to check its surroundings and is occasionally struck by lightning in this position. When groups grow, they can inadvertently cause lightning storms. Pikachu forage for berries, which it roasts with electricity to make them tender enough to eat. A sure sign that Pikachu inhabits a location is patches of burnt grass. In the Electric Tales of Pikachu manga, it is depicted eating and sometimes destroying telephone poles, wires, and and other electronic equipment. By occasion, it can get unintentionally swallowed by Cramorant. While startled, it looks for ways to escape from the latter. So you can see in the mouth of a Cramorant, the Pikachu here appears to be holding some kind of maybe Whalmer toy. Yeah. Pikachu charges itself while sleeping overnight, though stress and a lack of sleep can affect this. It can release electric discharges of varying intensity. In the Pokemon the Series episode Sparks Fly for Magnemite, Pikachu is shown to build up energy in its glands, which it will need to discharge to avoid complications. It is also able to release energy through its tail, which acts as a grounding rod, as well as recharge fellow Pikachu with electric shocks. Pikachu and its evolutionary relatives are related to Pachirisu. As shown in Pokemon Sleep, Pikachu is known to generate electricity through its cheeks while sleeping. Pikachu discharges while sleeping due to it dreaming of firing electric shocks. Pikachu and its evolutionary relatives are the only known Pokemon capable of learning the move Volt Tackle. Pikachu is also the only known Pokemon capable of learning the Z move Catastrophica, and the only known Pokemon capable of using the Light Ball item. Forms. Pikachu has 16 additional forms that fall into 4 categories: Cosplay Pikachu, Pikachu in a Cap, the Partner Pikachu, and Gigantamax Pikachu. Additionally, many other Pikachu variants have appeared in various media. I have zoomed out here so that we can see all the Cosplay Pikachu here. So Cosplay Pikachu is always female and has a black heart-shaped spot at the end of its tail and can be dressed in any of the 5 outfits corresponding to the 5 contest conditions. Cosplay Pikachu, just the normal one, Pikachu Rockstar, Pikachu Belle, Pikachu Popstar, Pikachu PhD, and Pikachu Libre. Pikachu in a Cap. Pikachu in a Cap is always male and has 8 variants, each wearing one of Ash's hats from Pokemon the Series. Pikachu in a Cap is the only known Pokemon capable of using the Z move, 10 million Volt Thunderbolt. Pikachu in a Cap cannot use Catastrophica or Gigantamax. So here's the original Cap, the Hoenn Cap, Sinnoh Cap, Unova Cap, Kalos Cap, Alola Cap, Partner Cap, and World Cap. Partner Pikachu. The Partner Pikachu is the Pokemon the player starts with in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. This Pikachu can be either gender. It has higher base stats than normal Pikachu. Unlike the other Pikachu, the Partner Pikachu can learn the exclusive moves Zippy Zap, Floaty Fall, and Splishy Splash, as well as having access to the partner power Pika Papao. The Partner Pikachu is not differentiated from standard Pikachu and Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, and it cannot be transferred out of the games. So here's what it looks like. Gigantamax Pikachu. As Gigantamax Pikachu, it becomes larger and chubbier. Its tail becomes longer and becomes capable of storing all of the electricity it generates, causing it to glow a bright yellow, and enabling it to become as powerful as a lightning strike. 3 red clouds float around the tail. Its power is equal to that of a power plant. However, it is difficult to use it in people's homes since Pikachu can only remain in its Gigantamax form for a short time. Gigantamax Pikachu is the only known Pokemon capable of using the G-Max move G-Max Volt Crash. Pikachu evolves from Pichu and evolves into Raichu. In Alola, it evolves into Alolan Raichu. Cosplay Pikachu, Pikachu in a Cap, Partner Pikachu, and Pikachu with a Gigantamax factor cannot evolve. So here's the evolutions and stuff. So you got, Pichu, Pikachu, Raichu, and then Alolan Raichu. Game data. As the player, main article, Pikachu Pokepark. Pikachu appears as the player character in both Pokepark Wii, Pikachu's Adventure, and its sequel, Pokepark 2 Wonders Beyond. He falls down a mysterious tunnel one day with his friends Charmander, Chikorita, and Piplup, and ends up in the Pokepark. There he goes on a quest to save the Pokepark from certain destruction. He later travels to a new Pokepark, which is being threatened by the ever-expanding Wish Park. At the new Pokepark, he meets Snivy, Tepig, and Oshawott, and they help to save the Pokepark from danger. NPC appearances. Pokemon Stadium. Pikachu stars in the minigame Thundering Dynamo alongside Voltorb. This minigame involves charging up electric power. Hey You Pikachu? Pikachu stars along an unnamed child who bears a striking resemblance to Red, who was recently taught how to interact with wild Pokemon by Professor Oak. The boy and Pikachu form a bond and go on many adventures together, and one day the Pikachu decides to live with the boy. Pokemon Stadium 2. Pikachu can be used in Pichu's power plant if one is detected in a transferred Pokemon game. Pokemon Pinball. Pikachu serves as a ball saver, but it will only work if the lightning meter is full. Pokemon Pinball, Ruby and Sapphire. Pikachu has the same role as in Pokemon Pinball, but is sometimes helped by Pichu. Pikachu also appears on the Ketchum Mode banner. Much like Hey You Pikachu, Pokemon Channel focuses on a boy and a Pikachu bonding through social interactions, such as going outside and talking to other Pokemon and watching TV together. Pokedex entries. In Red and Blue, when several of these Pokemon gather, their electricity could build and cause lightning storms. In Yellow, it keeps its tail raised to monitor its surroundings. If you yank its tail, it will try to bite you. Stadium. lives in forests away from people. It stores electricity in its cheeks for zapping an enemy if it is attacked. In Gen 2, Gold, this intelligent Pokemon roasts hard berries with electricity to make them tender enough to eat. Silver, it raises its tail to check its surroundings. The tail is sometimes struck by lightning in this pose. Crystal, when it is angered, it immediately discharges the energy stored in the pouches on its cheeks. Stadium 2 is the same as Gold. I think this is the first time we've had Ruby and Sapphire not be the same Pokedex entry, so this is interesting. So in Gen 3 in Ruby, whenever Pikachu comes across something new, it blasts it with a jolt of electricity. If you come across a blackened fairy, it's evidence that this Pokemon mistook the intensity of its charge. Sapphire, this Pokemon has electricity storing pouches on its cheeks. These appear to become electrically charged during the night while Pikachu sleeps. It occasionally discharges electricity when it is dozy after waking up. In Emerald, it stores electricity in the electric sacs on its cheeks. When it releases pent-up energy in a burst, the electric power is equal to a lightning bolt. Fire Red, it has small electric sacs on both its cheeks. If threatened, it loses electric charges from the sacs. Leaf Green is just red and blue again. For Gen 4 Diamond, it lives in forests with others. It stores electricity in the pouches on its cheeks. Pearl, if it loses crackling power from the electrical pouches on its cheeks, it is being wary. Platinum, it occasionally uses an electric shock to recharge a fellow Pikachu that is in a weakened state. Heart Gold and Soul Silver are Gold and Silver. Forgot to mention how I think this is the first Pokemon that has Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum all being different Pokedexes. In the past, we've had Diamond and Platinum be the same. Usually it's all three are the same, so that's very interesting. Anyway, in Gen 5, all of those Pokedexes are Platinum. In Gen 6, X is the Silver entries, Y is Fire Red, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are their Ruby and Sapphire counterparts. In Gen 7, in Sun, a plant was recently announced to gather many Pikachu and make an electric power plant. Moon, it's in its nature to store electricity. It feels stressed now and then if it's unable to fully discharge the electricity. In Ultra Sun, its nature is to store up electricity. Forests where nests of Pikachu live are dangerous since the trees are so often struck by lightning. In Ultra Moon, while sleeping it generates electricity in the sacs in its cheeks. If it's not getting enough sleep, it will be able to use only weak electricity. In Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, this forest-dwelling Pokemon stores electricity in its cheeks, so you'll feel a tingly shock if you touch it. For Pikachu in a cap, Sun, this form of Pikachu is somewhat rare. It wears the head of its trainer, who is also its partner. In Moon, this Pikachu is wearing its trainer's cap. Since the cap's not the right size, the fit is a bit loose. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are Sun and Moon again. In Gen 8, in Sword, Pikachu that generate powerful electricity have cheek sacs that are extra soft and super stretchy. In Shield, when Pikachu meet, they touch their tails together and exchange electricity through them as a form of greeting. So now this is interesting. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are their Diamond and Pearl counterparts. However, in the past, when they've done these, they've been one Pokedex entry, so that's very interesting that they're separated here. In Legends Arceus, which we have not done yet, so this is the first entry with one of those, possesses cheek sacs, in which it stores electricity. This clever forest dweller roasts tough berries with an electric shock before consuming them. So now we've got the original cap Pikachu, Sword. This Pikachu wears its partner's cap, which is brimming with memories of traveling through many different regions. Shield, this Pikachu is wearing its trainer's cap. The cap is proof that the two traveled across many regions together. Hoenn, Sinnoh, Unova, Kalos, and Alola cap Pikachu, and Sword. This Pokemon wears its partner's cap, which is brimming with memories of traveling through the Hoenn/Sinnoh/Unova/Kalos/Alola region. Yeah, it's just depending on the cap. In Shield, this Pikachu is wearing its trainer's cap. The cap is proof that the two traveled through the Hoenn, Sinnoh, Unova, Kalos, Alola region together. Partner cap Pikachu and Sword. This Pikachu wears its partner's cap, which is brimming with memories of when they first met. Shield, this Pikachu is wearing its trainer's cap. The cap is a precious symbol of a fateful encounter. We got World Cap Pikachu. Sword, this Pikachu wears its partner's cap, which is brimming of the memories of traveling through different regions. Shield, this Pikachu is wearing its trainer's cap. The cap is a precious symbol that travels across different regions with Pikachu. Gigantamax Pikachu, in Sword, its Gigantamax power expanded, forming its super-sized body and towering tail. Shield, when it smashes its opponents with its bolt-shaped tail, it delivers a surge of electricity equivalent to a lightning strike. In Gen 9, for regular Pikachu, Scarlet is Crystal's entry. Violet's is red, blue, and leaf green. For original cap Pikachu, The cap this Pikachu wears is filled with memories of this Pokemon and its partner traveling across lots of different regions together. In violet, this Pikachu wears its partner's cap, proof of the strong bond Pikachu and its partner formed during adventures across many different regions. Hoenn, Sinnoh, Unova, Kalos, and Alola cap Pikachu. In Scarlet, the cap this Pikachu wears is filled with memories of this Pokemon and its partner traveling across the Hoenn, Sinnoh, Unova, Kalos, Alola region together. In Violet, this Pikachu wears its partner's cap, proof of the strong bond Pikachu and its partner formed during the adventures across the Hoenn, Sinnoh, Unova, Kalos, Alola region. For the partner cap Pikachu, the cap this Pikachu wears is filled with memories of this Pokemon's traveling together with its partner whom it met in a fateful encounter. In Violet, this Pokemon wears its partner's cap, proof of the strong bond that Pikachu and its partner formed as the two overcame many hardships together. In the World Cap Pikachu, in Scarlet, the cap this Pokemon wears is filled with memories of this Pokemon and its partner traveling across the world together. In Violet, this Pikachu wears its partner's cap, proof of the strong bond Pikachu and its partner formed during adventures across the world. So now we've got, male Pikachu in the Alola Dex, female Pikachu in the Alola Dex, original cap Pikachu in the Alola Dex, and Pikachu in the Alola Dex. Oh, that's Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, okay. Then we've got Pikachu in the Paldea Dex, and Pikachu in the Kitakami Pokedex. Got game locations, side game locations, events, oh boy, yeah. So many of those. Okay, more events. Held items. Pokemon Caught in Gen 1 must be traded to a Gen 2 game in order for a held item to appear. In Pokemon Yellow, the player gets the Light Ball by trading an initial Pikachu, otherwise the Pikachu will be holding a berry. In Pokewalker, only Pikachu found in Yellow Forest are carrying items. Red and Blue, berry. Yellow, berry, or Light Ball, initial Pikachu, 100% of the time. That's 100% for the other two as well. Gold, Silver, and Crystal, you get a berry 2% of the time. Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, you get an Oran Berry 50% of the time, or a Light Ball 5% of the time. Battle Revolution, you get a Light Ball 100% of the time. Ranch, you get the Shucka Berry 100% of the time. Heart Gold and Soul Silver, you get the Oran Berry 50% of the time. Light Ball 5% of the time. Or the Yellow Shard, in-game trade, 100% of the time. And the Pokewalker, for some reason, there's 2 entries. I don't know why. What? Okay, whatever. You get Shucka Berry 100% of the time, Lum Berry 100% of the time, Citrus Berry 100% of the time, Leppa Berry 100% of the time, Tiny Mushroom 100% of the time, or Oran Berry 100% of the time. I'm no expert, but that's math. Just don't work. So that math just don't work. Not fully understanding what that means, but okay. You get all of... You can't hold more than 1 item, can you? Can you do that now? I don't know if you could do that now. From X, Y, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Sun, Moon, Ultra Moon, Sword, Shield, Shining, Brilliant Diamond, and Shining Pearl, you get Light Ball 5% of the time. Legends Arceus. Normal, you get Oran Berry 35% of the time, Spoiled Apricot 15% of the time, or Grit items by level. Don't know what that means. Alpha, so this is like, I think that's like a thing in the games. It's like if it has like an alpha, it's like an alpha Pokemon, I think is something. I think it's like a thing. It's like a form, like they're angry or whatever. And they look a little different because of that. I don't know. Anyway, EXP Candy, 100% of the time, then Seed of Mastery 20% of the time. Still, no, it doesn't work there. And then Grit items by level. I don't know, man. Scarlet and Violet, Light Ball. So we'll start with the stats in Gen 1 through 5, and Gen 6 onward, and then we'll compare 6 onward with partner Pikachu. So in Gen 1, HP was 35, that stays the same. Attack is 55, stays the same. Defense is 30, it goes up to 40. Special attack 50, that stays the same. Special defense 40, that goes up to 50. Speed 90, stays the same, for a total of 300, and then 320. This Pokemon's special base stat in Gen 1 was 50. Gonna compare Gen 6 onward with partner Pikachu, so 35 for HP, then went up to 45, this 55, and this one's 80. Defense 40, this one 50. Special attack 50, that goes up to 75. Special defense 50, this one has 60. Speed is 90, this one has 120. So it goes from 320 to 430. Pokethon stats. Type effectiveness. Damage normally by normal, fighting, poison, rock, bug, ghost, fire, water, grass, psychic, ice, dragon, dark, and fairy. Weak 2, ground for double, immune to nothing, resistant to flying, steel, and electric for half. Notes. If this Pokemon has Lightning Rod, the effectiveness of electric moves is 0. Okay, so then it becomes, yeah, from half to 0. So learn set by leveling up. For this, since this line works differently by not leveling up, I'm going to read all of the by leveling up sections in Pikachu, Raichu, and Pichu, since you can hypothetically have a level 1 Pokemon in all of these, at least in Gen 9, so yeah, so we'll go level 1, Play Nice, Sweet Kiss, Nuzzle, Nasty Plot, Charm, Thundershock, Tail Whip, Growl, or Quick Attack. Level 4, Thunder Wave, 8, Double Team, 12, Electro Ball, 16, Faint, 20 Spark, 24 Agility, 28 Iron Tail, 32 Discharge, 36 Thunderbolt, 40 Light Screen, 44 Thunder. By TM, I'll read this for this one, but I'm not going to do it for the other two. TM 1, Takedown 2, Charm 3, Fake Tears 4, Agility 7, Protect, 18 Thief, 19 Disarming Voice, 20 Trail Blaze, 23 Charge Beam, 25 Facade, 32 Swift, 37 Draining Kiss, 43 Fling, 47 Endure, 48 Volt Switch, 50 Rain Dance, 55 Dig, 58 Brick Break, 66 Body Slam, 68 Thunder Punch, 70 Sleep Talk, 72 Electro Ball, 74 Reflect, 75 Light Screen, 81 Grass Knot, 82 Thunder Wave, 85 Rest, 96 Eerie Impulse, 103 Substitute, 122 Encore, 123 Surf, 126 Thunderbolt, 127 Play Rough, 130 Helping Hand, 134 Reversal, 136 Electric Terrain, 140 Nasty Plot, 147 Wild Charge, 166 Thunder, 171 Terra Blast, 173 Charge, 181 Knockoff, 192 Focus Punch, 205 Endeavor, 211 Electro Web, 227 Alluring Voice, 229 Upper Hand. By breeding, if you breed this group, Charge, this group, Disarming Voice, this group, Fake Out, this group, Flail, this group, this guy, Present, this group, Tackle, this is the Volt Ball, I guess, or the Light Ball, I guess you get Volt Tackle, presumably if they're holding it or something. Wish, for this, it says, so that's just, that note there is referring to specific, Vaporeon and Leafeon here. Nothing by prior evolution. Here is by events. The flying terrestrial Pikachu, you can learn the move Fly. Its type is flying. As a physical flying attack, its power is 90, its accuracy 95%, its PP is 15. TCG only moves, you got Scratch and Tackle. Anime only moves, Tackle and Leer. First being in the double, Trouble Header, and Leer in Hour of the Houndour. Side game data. Blah. Okay. Of course, it's in all three of them. In Pokemon Ranger, in the browser entry, Pikachu discharges energy to recharge the Styler's energy. In Shadows of Almia, it attacks by blasting electricity from its body. Pokemon Ranger Guardian Signs, it restores the Styler energy. Keep going. In Pokepark Wii, Pikachu's Adventure, in the Pokepad entry, it says, no entry. Okay, go through all this. Blah, 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 blah. This is so many things. Okay. In new Pokemon Snap, in the photo decks, Pikachu build up electricity in their cheek sacs while they sleep. They're also very curious. You'll often see one playing at our research camp. So now we've got the costumes. There's a lot of them, so we'll just kind of scroll through them here. Or we'll read them all, but we'll scroll. You know, we'll have to. We're not going to zoom out for this, I guess. So the first one's a holiday cap. So it looks like a Santa hat, party hat, original hat. That's you know, Ash's expo hat. Halloween hat. So like a witch's hat. Summertime style, so sunglasses and sun hat. VF custom cap, I don't really know what that means, but it's that. Flower crown, detective hat, of course, a reference to Detective Pikachu. Looks more like the Gaines one than the movie one, but I don't know if there's a difference. Straw hat, then we've got Mimikyu costume, humorous because, you know, it's a costume of a Pokemon that puts on a costume to look like Pikachu. It's funny. A beanie. Party hat again, Clone, I guess. Oh yeah, I guess the clone really wasn't that different from the original in the movie. Safari hat. Oh, because it's got the spiky. Okay. Safari hat, flower hat, Charizard hat, Umbreon hat, Rayquaza hat, Lucario hat. I think these are all, at least some of these are references to Super Smash Brothers. That's, that'd be the Kirby's thing, wouldn't it? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what these are for. I mean, like, the closest thing I can think of is the hats that Kirby wears when it, like, sucks up Pikachu and a few of these Pokemon, and so, you know, some of the Pokemon, it gains, like, hats that are just their heads, so maybe that's what it's kind of referencing. Anyway, World Cap. We've seen that one before. Explorer, Winter Carnival, so it looks kind of like a little snowman there. New Year's hat, of course, the sparkly purple hat. Meloetta hat, so it's a hat based on the Pokemon Meloetta. Halloween Mischief. Karayushi shirt. I don't know what that means. Maybe that's a developer or something. But it's this kind of almost a Hawaiian shirt looking thing. Graciadilla flower. Pokemon TCG hat. Cake costume, so yeah, obviously I have a hat that's a cake. World Championship 2022. Okay. A green t-shirt, Barry. Another kind of shirt here. Purple t-shirt, flower. So just another, yeah. Party top hat. Brendan's hat. So Brendan and May are the Gen 3 people. That's like their names or whatever, their default names or the ones in like the games and stuff. Or in the shows and stuff. So yeah, so you got those two. Got Cherry Blossom, blue t-shirt, Citrus, Amethyst Crown, Quartz Crown, Pyrite Crown, Malachite Crown, Aquamarine Crown, Chicken Treats, and Holiday Attire. Okay, then you've got Pikachu Libre, Popstar, okay, then Pikachu Rockstar, Flying Pikachu, which is just a Pikachu with balloons. Okay, then we got costumes in Pokemon Go for Flying Pikachu. Okinawa exclusive, green balloons, purple balloons, and orange balloons. Yeah. Pokemon Go, apparently there was also a 5 balloon here version. Then Shaman scarf, so that's reference to the Pokemon Shaman. It's got this cool little thing on it. So, form data. Pikachu has 16 additional forms that fall into 4 groups. Cosplay Pikachu, Pikachu in a Cap, the Partner Pikachu, and Gigantamax Pikachu. All forms except the Partner Pikachu are recognized by an in-game Pokedex. Partner Pikachu has only been named in promotional materials. Cosplay Pikachu. Pikachu is the base form of a group of 6 interchangeable forms exclusive to Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. It is a female Pikachu who has a black heart-shaped mark at the end of its tail, obtained from a Pokemon breeder after the player takes part in their first Pokemon Contest Spectacular. Cosplay Pikachu can change forms by dressing up in different costumes corresponding to each of the 5 contest conditions: coolness, beauty, cuteness, cleverness, and toughness. Each form also automatically learns a move that Pikachu otherwise could not learn. Cosplay Pikachu can change or remove its costume at any contest hall, forgetting the move it learned with the last costume if it still knows it, and learning the move from the new costume if applicable. If Cosplay Pikachu removes its costume while the only move it knows is the move tied with its costume, it learns Thundershock. Unlike Pikachu, Cosplay Pikachu cannot evolve or breed. It also cannot be traded via the GTS or Wonder Trade. That's the global trade system. Additionally, as it is not present in any games beside Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, Cosplay Pikachu cannot be deposited into Pokemon Bank and does not register as a separate part in Pokemon Bank's Pokedex, despite it registering separately in the Pokedex of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Got all these forms again. You can now see what each of them corresponds to, and it gets to know Meteor, Mash, Icicle Crash, Draining Kiss, Electric Terrain, and Flying Press. Pikachu in a Cap. Pikachu in a Cap are 8 event-exclusive, non-interchangeable forms of Pikachu that debuted in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Like Ash's Pikachu, these Pikachu are always male, and they cannot evolve or breed. They are also able to use the event-exclusive Z Crystal Pikachunium Z, and its corresponding Z move, 10 million Volt Thunderbolt. Their cries differ from that of regular Pikachu. 6 variants exist in Sun and Moon, 1 for each of Ash's hat from the original series to Pokemon series The Sun and Moon. A 7th variant debuted in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, wearing the partner cap Ash's hat from Pokemon the Movie I Choose You. An 8th variant debuted in the version 1.2.0 update of Pokemon Sword and Shield, wearing the World Cap Ash's hat from Pokemon Journeys the series. The original 6 Pikachu in a Cap were distributed via serial codes in Pokemon Sun and Moon in celebration of the 20th Pokemon movie, and by extension the 20th anniversary of Pokemon the series. Partner Cap Pikachu were distributed in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon via a QR code that can be scanned. All 8 Pikachu and a Cap, including World Cap Pikachu, were distributed via serial codes in Pokemon Sword and Shield to commemorate the TV show's time slot change to Fridays in Japan. Uniquely, the Pikachu from this distribution can learn a Volt Tackle from the move Reminder Jack. These are all these again. We've been through them. Yeah. Partner Pikachu. The Partner Pikachu has a separate internal index from Standard Pikachu. This allows it to have a higher base stat than Wild Pikachu. The Partner Pikachu is not differentiated from Standard Pikachu and Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee in the Pokedex and cannot be transferred out of the games. Gigantamax Pikachu can only be obtained through special methods, and the Gigantamax Factor cannot be bred. So Gigantamax Factor, you need the Dynamax Band. And yeah. Evolution data. Cosplay Pikachu, Pikachu in a Cap, and the Partner Pikachu and the Pikachu with the Gigantamax Factor cannot evolve. The initial Pikachu from Pokemon Yellow will refuse to evolve into Raichu unless it is traded and evolved into another save file. So, we got Pichu. It can be bred by this one, and presumably these two. A high level, it levels up with high friendships, which you can get from a rare candy. And you need a Sooth Bell, I think, as well, to do that or something. I don't know. Or maybe those are options you can use. Outside of Alola, you need the Thunderstone. You also need the Thunderstone Alola, but I guess you also need... Oh, I guess that's just the Alola symbol. Cool. Awesome. So then, yeah, that's Raichu there. Okay, the sprites. So we got this guy, you know, the chubby Pikachu, as it's been come to known, because as time would go on, it would get thinner and thinner. You know, you can see how different it is. The tail gets bigger. These get more obviously black on the tips there. Back sprites the same despite their differences. Yes, and then shiny Pikachu here, sort of an orange with sort of purple highlights, I guess. We can kind of start to see it getting a little bit thinner there. It's now just kind of a little darker, more orange version of this. This one even less orange than the other two. It kind of stays that way, and we can see it get even thinner a little bit, yeah. And we get to see the female for the first time. Yep. Shiny female. Then we get black and white. Seemingly even a little bit thinner, I guess. Okay. Then this is this one, the first models. You get the female model. Then in this one, you get the the cosplay Pikachu female version. And apparently there's a shiny version of it somehow. Maybe there's a chance to get that when getting it from the breeder. I don't know. Then you've got these again. All these. The Let's Go games. Sword and Shield. Gigantamax Pikachu. Looking absolutely ridiculous. And being closer to the, being that fat Pikachu or chunky Pikachu, whatever I called it before. That Pikachu. Again, that's a nice reference to where it began, how different it is now. And Legends Arceus, very high quality. And Home, these, which, these are usually based on their, their official image. It's just sort of a 3D model version. This is way better than the 2D version. My goodness. Like, absolutely. Like, this is the version I want to see. Not the horrible 2D image that we have. Oh, so bad. Anyway, so then we got other sprites. So, Fire Red, Leaf Green credits. Chewy in Pokemon Super Contests. Choo-Choo in Pokemon Super Contests. Piki in Pokemon Super Contests. Sparky in Pokemon Super Contests. Ziggy in Pokemon Super Contests. I guess these are different versions. Or different, yeah. Pikachu. Yeah. Anyway, in the anime, we got Ash's Pikachu. That's Pikachu in the Pokemon series. Then, yeah, we got a bunch of these, and, yeah, so many things. Okay, so we got a bunch of art here, so, you've got female Pikachu, shiny Pikachu, a set of cosplay Pikachu, original Cat Pikachu, Alola Cat Pikachu, Partner Cat Pikachu, World Cat Pikachu, and Gigantamax Pikachu. Are these might just be, like, Pikachu wearing the hat. Like, I don't know that these are necessarily special Pikachu. I don't know, though. I haven't seen the anime in a while, so they very well could be. Pokedex entries in Diamond and Pearl Episode 2. This is Dawn's Pokedex. Pikachu, the mouse Pokemon. It can generate electric attacks from the electric pouches located in both of its cheeks. In Black and White, Episode 1, in Trip's Pokedex, Pikachu, the mouse Pokemon, and the evolved form of Pichu. Pikachu's tail is sometimes struck by lightning as it raises it to check its surroundings. In Episode 93, in Cameron's Pokedex, Pikachu, the mouse Pokemon, and the evolved form of Pichu. Pikachu can help out other Pikachu who are feeling weak by sharing its electric current. In Sun and Moon, Episode 3, in the Rotom Pokedex, Pikachu, the mouse Pokemon, an electric type. It raises its tail to sense its surroundings. If you pull on its tail, it will bite. In what I assume is Journeys, Episode 35, in Go's Rotom Phone, Pikachu, the mouse Pokemon, an electric type. Pikachu has pouches on their cheeks that can store electricity, which they release if threatened. Male and female Pikachu have differently shaped tails. Then there's, some Mystery Dungeon animated shorts. I got it in Origins. And Red's Pikachu in Generations. Pokemon Masters animated trailer. Then Twilight Wings. I don't know what that one is, but I guess it's something. And maybe it's a short series. I don't know what that is. It's with a Hoot, an Alcremie, and a Swovelet, I think. Squirrelvivid? I don't know, whatever. The squirrel one. Poketoon, Gotcha, Pokemon Evolutions, Bidoof's Big Stand, Ripple in Time. What? Version of what? What is this? This looks cool. I wanna. Okay, sorry. Journey, One Dream, Byrie, I guess it's a music video. In the manga, Pikachu and Electric Tales of Pikachu. In the Electric Tales of Pikachu, in chapter, what I assume is chapter 1, an electric mouse Pokemon. Habitat, forests and woodlands. Diet, mainly fruit. Distinguishing features, has an electric generator on each cheek. Beware of electrocution. How I Became a Pokemon card, Magical Journeys, yeah, all these Pokemon Adventures, Pikachu and Pokemon Adventures, all these. Okay, then Scarlet and Violet arc of Pikachu of Pokemon Adventures. So we've got female Pikachu in Pokemon Adventures. Got a group of cosplay Pikachu in Pokemon Adventures. Gigantamax Pikachu in the Pokemon Adventures, and Terrestrial Pikachu in the Pokemon Adventures. And then we've got Pokedexes for it, so Pokemon Adventures Chapter 4, I guess. When several of these Pokemon gather, their electricity could build up and cause lightning storms. Forest dwellers, they are in number and exceptionally rare. The pouches on their cheeks discharge electricity at their opponents. The Pikachu are believed to be highly intelligent. All these. Got it in Pikachu and Pocket Monsters. For the TCG. Main article, Pikachu TCG. Pikachu manages to find its way into many of the expansions, causing there to be 211 non-reprint Pokemon cards featuring Pikachu. Wow. There are also various trainer cards with Pikachu in the card's artwork too, including the very sought-after tournament promos such as Number 1 Trainer. The first Pikachu that appeared in the TCG was Pikachu in the base set, which was reprinted in base set 2 and in the Pop Series 2, with different artwork. Followed the next set by another Pikachu, which was also reprinted in the Legendary Collection. The third Pikachu card was released in the first ever English promo card, Pikachu. The original base set Pikachu was also released as a special promotion card at E3. In the early days of the TCG, several notable errors were made regarding the Pikachu cards. The base set Pikachu was released with an altered artwork at first, depicting it with red cheeks instead of the original yellow. Well, this matched Ken Sugimori's artwork. The yellow color on its cheeks was intentional by the artist, who depicted Pikachu using Thundershock. This error appeared in both the E3 promotion version and the normal base set release. A second error was made in the production of Jungle Set booster packs, which instead of the Jungle Set's Pikachu sometimes contained first edition versions of the Pikachu that was released as a promo card. Pikachu has also been featured on a number of TCG coins, with one being included with the English and European languages only base set 2. This coin was also featured in the Pokemon Play It PC game. A Pikachu coin, also featured in the Game Boy version of Pokemon trading card game, and is one of the coins that can be obtained in the Pokemon card game 2, The Invasion of Team GR, where it is given by Isaac to the winners of the Lightning Club. And so you can see the coin here. The TFG, other appearances in Pokken Tournament. Pikachu is a playable character for the arcade fighting game. His moveset includes electrical attacks the species uses in the main games, like Thunderbolt, Electro Ball, and Thunder. In burst form, he can use the burst attack Volt Shock Fist. Several of his attacks and victory poses are taken directly from Heihachi and Kazuya Mishima's movesets from the Tekken series. Pikachu overwhelms opponents with powerful electric shocks and quick moves. So you can see it here. Pikachu Libre was first announced alongside the Wii U port of the game. She was later released as an additional fighter on the original arcade version. So there's like a little thing here. I don't know if this is like, I guess, a description of some kind. I'll read it like the Pokedex voice, I guess. Pikachu Libre, a wrestling idol, is a small, masked fighter overflowing with fighting spirit. The Super Smash Bros. Series, that's got its own article. Detective Pikachu is the game. Detective Pikachu stars a Pikachu that is capable of speaking the human language, but only the player character Tim Goodman is capable of hearing him. Much like Meowth from the Pokemon the series, he is capable of using moves that most Pokemon are capable of using. This Pikachu also really loves to drink coffee. Early on in the game, a regular Pikachu also briefly appears. Pikachu is playable through obtaining a Unite license. It is a ranged attacker. There is an Unite. Lightning Force, the Brazilian music video Lightning Force, features a stop-motion Pikachu. This Pikachu is also shown later as a live-action actor with a full-body costume. That's up here for some reason, really should be down here. Pikachu appeared in the music video for Celestial. It is also featured in the single cover for the song. Trivia. We've done this first one and the Rattata one. Veronica Taylor has said Pikachu is her favorite Pokemon. Sarah Natochenny has as well shared with Mew. These are two actors. Pikachu is the only Pokemon that serves as the player's first Pokemon in the core series game that has a pre-evolve. However, Pichu, its pre-evolved form, does not exist in either game in which it fills this role. Pikachu has the most event-exclusive moves available to it. Pikachu is the only Pokemon with 2 exclusive Z moves. When starting a new game in Pokemon Yellow, Pikachu's front sprite appears with a slightly different color palette. The palette index number is 0 times 10, and then the usual when it is introduced by Professor Oak. This is the same red/yellow palette used for Mew, Mewtwo, and Jinx, except for the Virtual Console Jinx, as well as the battle sprites of all Pokemon trainers. Due to the color palette used at the start of Pokemon Yellow, Pikachu has red cheeks in the Game Boy Color or pink cheeks in the Super Game Boy. However, in this game's normal gameplay, Pikachu has dark orange cheeks instead. In Pokemon Yellow and from Generation 6 to Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, Pikachu uses its cry from Pokemon the series, voiced by Uke Otani. Before Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, it was the only Pokemon to do so in the core series games. Its battle cries differs from status or Pokedex screens. The initial Pikachu in Yellow has unique voice clips in Pokemon Stadium and Stadium 2. In Pokemon Legends Arceus and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, uses an updated version of its original cry like the other Pokemon. Pikachu is the only core series first partner Pokemon that does not have a 7:1 gender ratio. Pokemon Black and White, Black 2 and White 2 are the only core series games which a Pikachu cannot be obtained without transporting or through an event. Pikachu is the only not fully evolved Pokemon whose base stats increased in Gen 6, as well as the only Pokemon to receive more than one stat increase, defense and special defense. Pikachu is the 25th Pokemon in both the National Pokedex and the Alolan Pokedex in Pokemon Sun and Moon. In the Japanese Pokemon Stadium, Pikachu is the only usable Pokemon that is not fully evolved. Pikachu is the only Pokemon that can be caught in all 3 pinball titles. Pokemon Pinball, Pokemon Pinball Mini, and Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire. According to a sneak peek at Pokemon, Pikachu can deliver a contest current of 1,000 amperes. Pikachu is currently represented in the trading card game by more cards than any other Pokemon with 211 unique cards. On December 11, 2023, Google revealed that Pikachu was the most searched Pokemon in the platform's history during its 25 years of creation. Merchandise Pikachu appears in Pokemon Battle Chess. It doesn't behave like any traditional piece in chess, but behaves like a gold general in shogi. Pikachu was the focus of a Pokemon Center collection in June 2014. Real life, the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade has included 3 Pikachu balloons. Flying Pikachu was the first, flown from 2001 to 2005, and was used in the morning rush hour test of wind conditions in Times Square after the accident involving an M&M's balloon in the 2005 parade. It was last used in the August 2006 Party of the Decade in New York City's Bryant Park. The second balloon debuted in the 2006 parade, featuring glowing cheeks and chases a Pokeball balloon. The third, introduced in 2014 parade, wears a green scarf and holds a small Pikachu-shaped snowman. Science. Pikachu has served as the inspiration of the naming of several scientific discoveries. In 2008, Japanese researchers discovered a new protein that helps carry electrical impulses from the eyes to the brain and named it Pikachurin. According to them, it was so named for sharing Pikachu's lightning-fast moves and shocking electric effects. The springtail species Dicranoxiantrus Pikachu was named after Pikachu. A spider species was named after Pikachu due to the female spider's epigenome resembling its face. Another spider species was named after Pikachu due to its yellow coloration. A beetle species was named after Pikachu because of its yellow elytra with a black apical gland that resembles Pikachu's ears. Cultural impact. The nation of Nui released a $1 coin with its coat of arms on one side and Pikachu on the other to promote the Pokemon franchise. Here it is, up here for some reason, when it should be down here. Concept and development. Pikachu was designed by Atsuko Nishida, core developer at Game Freak. Pikachu originally had a short, stout design during the initial release of Pokemon Red and Green, but its design was altered for Pokemon the series and subsequent entries of the games to become slightly taller and skinnier. According to Ken Sugimori, Pikachu's design was altered to make animating its actions easier. Pikachu is depicted with a white belly similar to its evolved form Pikachu and the Pocket Monsters Cardus trading cards as seen here. I'm not clicking it, yo. You can look at it later if you want. Gigantamax Pikachu was designed by James Turner. Pikachu also originally had a second stage evolution named Gorochu, which would have had 2 horns and fangs. Sugimori stated that while there was nothing wrong with its appearance, it was nonetheless omitted from Pokemon Red and Green versions, as the staff found that the game balance was better without it, and the limited game space meant that some Pokemon designed to evolve twice were changed to evolve only once. Origin. Pikachu was originally a Defuku-like creature with ears sticking out. Its black ear tips are remnants of this original design. Nishida named the Pokemon Pikachu without giving it much thought, and while it wasn't originally intended to be based on a mouse, Game Freak CEO Satoshi Tajiri made the decision to base it on such. During the process of making Pikachu cuter, as per the instructions of game designer Koji Nishida added cheek pouches for it to store electricity in. Those were inspired by squirrels, which store food in their cheeks. Pikachu's yellow coloration and light lightning-shaped tail were given to express Pikachu's electrical attributes and make its type easier to recognize and understand. According to Nishida, Pikachu's stripes aren't based on anything in particular and were added to fill the empty space on Pikachu's back, as it is always visible during battle. Pikachu's Gigantamax form is a reference to its earlier, more rotund design from Gen 1 and 2. Name origin. Pikachu is a combination of Pika Pika, onomatopoeia for sparkle, and Choo Choo, the sound of a mouse squeaking. Here's in other languages. Here's the see also. Here's the references. Here's the Super Smash Bros. External links. And we are done. Moving on. Let's see Pikachu's first scene in the anime. Hello, and welcome to the anime portion of the video. So today we'll be watching, Pokemon I Choose You, the first episode. Pikachu!
Pikachu.
Yeah,
His name is Pikachu.
And that's it. Yeah, that's the first scene with Pikachu. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll move on. Let's watch Pikachu's scenes in Detective Pikachu. Okay, I can't do that. We're just gonna move on to the TCG. I have 3 Pikachu cards. Regular, Lieutenant Surge's Pikachu, and Pikachu Delta. The last of which is a metal type, for some reason. Even though Electric is definitely in the game, well, it's actually lightning. And the other 2 are that type. We'll start with the oldest, Lieutenant Surge's Pikachu. This is specifically referring to the Pikachu on the team of the Gen 1 gym leader, Lieutenant Surge. It was illustrated by Ken Sugimori. I love the design, especially the spiky ears. It's unique. It has 50 HP. It's 1'4" and 13 pounds, which is 0.2 pounds lighter than the weight in the official Pokedex. Next to the weight, there's a symbol that means it's from the Gym Heroes expansion, which is the 6th expansion of the TCG. It has 2 moves, Charge and Lightning Tail. Charge is another move that was created in the video games, specifically Gen 3, after it was on the cards. In the video games, regardless of the generation differences, it causes the user Pokemon's next electric move to be doubly damaging. It has some generation differences that I'll just put on the screen and let you read. On this card, it costs any energy to use, and you can attach a discarded lightning energy card to this card. Lightning Tail is not in the video games. It costs 2 lightning energies to perform. It can paralyze a target if a coin flip is won. It also causes 20 damage. It's weak to fighting, causing fighting moves to be doubly effective. This is interesting because Pikachu is not weak to fighting in the video games, but ground. But since there isn't a ground type in the TCG, this may have been the best they could do. Its retreat cost is 1 of any energy. It's level 15 and doesn't have a description. The second Pikachu card is the metal type Pikachu Delta. It has 50 HP, the same as Lieutenant Surge's Pikachu. It was illustrated by Atsuko Nishida, a graphic artist who has designed Pokemon since the beginning. She began working on Pokemon cards in 2000 and has made art for the cards until the present, as of 2023. There isn't much to say about the art, as it's just a shot of Pikachu running, which I guess is better than some art. It has 2 moves, Tail Whap and Steel Headbutt. Tail Whap, not to be confused with Tail Whip, is not a move in the video games. On this card, it just costs 10 damage and costs 1 of any energy. Steel Headbutt is also not a move in the video games. On this card, it costs 1 steel energy and 2 of any other energy. It causes 30 or 40 damage depending on a coin flip. Its weakness and retreat cost is the same as the last card. In the bottom right of this card, there is a symbol that means it's from the EX Hollow Phantoms expansion, the 13th expansion of the EX series. Finally, we'll talk about the regular Pikachu card. It has 60 HP, 10 more than its predecessors. It was illustrated by Sumiyoshi Kazuki, who has been an illustrator for the TCG since 2000 and has continued to illustrate since, as of 2023. Pikachu is the same height as Lieutenant Surge's Pikachu, but is 0.2 pounds heavier at 13.2 pounds, which is the official Pokédex weight. It has 2 powers, Electro Cycle and Pika Pika. Electro Cycle is not a move in the video games. It's a special move called a Pokémon Power, or Poké Power for short. It is an effect that the player activates. In this case, when used, if a Pichu is in your unused deck, the player can take 1 lightning energy from their discard pile per turn before the turn. This brings up an interesting problem with this and the previous card. This Pikachu is considered a basic card. However, Pichu had existed at this point, so hypothetically all Pikachu should be stage 1 of Pichu. How did they solve this problem that they created? They made the Poké Power Baby Evolution, where some Pichu cards allow you to evolve a basic Pikachu card. It's so stupid. Anyway, Pika Pika is a move that costs 1 lightning energy and 1 of any other energy to perform. It causes 20 or 30 damage depending on the result of a coin flip. This Pikachu, like the others, is weak to fighting. However, it only takes 10 additional damage. Unlike the other 2, it's resistant to steel for negative 20 damage. It also has 1 retreat cost. In the bottom right corner, there is a symbol indicating that it's from the Mysterious Treasures expansion, which is the 2nd expansion in the Diamond and Pearl series. This Pikachu's description reads, "It lives in forests with others. It stores electricity in the pouches on its cheeks." This is the Pokédex entry in Pokemon Diamond. It's level 15. I don't have any Raichu cards, so the next Pokemon we'll talk about with the card is Sandshrew. Now let's see why other people love Pikachu. Let's look at the fan art. Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Since nobody sent in fan art, today we'll be looking at DeviantArt fan art. So for those of you who don't know how this works, we go through these images until we find an image that doesn't contain a Pikachu. Here we have a Pikachu by Bilgy Everw. So this is a Pikachu looking like it's sleeping, I guess, and it's in love, or it's got hearts around it. Yep, it's cute. Then we got Volt Tackle by Chia Kuro. We get to see this cool Pikachu doing a Volt Tackle, presumably. Yep, it's from 2017. Yep. So, yeah, it's cool. Then we've got, Pikachu by Momo Girl. This kind of cute-looking Pikachu here. Yeah, it looks like it's holding out its hand. It's cute. Then we've got Pikachu and Pichu by Durlane8. You see a Pikachu patting the head of a Pichu there. It's very cute. Then we've got Surf's Up by Capricant. So we've got Surfing Pikachu and Alolan Raichu here. They're surfing together. It's nice. We've got Pikachu by Silver Kiwi 78. So this kind of cool Pikachu looks like it's, I don't know, it's doing something. Pikachu by Poke Paint. This cool looking art. seems to be charging up. And this is not a Pikachu art, so we'll move on. Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I won't be streaming today, as I need to wait until I've talked about Eevee before I can get Pikachu in Pokemon Yellow. As for female Pikachu and Gigantamax Pikachu, I'll have to wait until I've talked about the Gen 4 and 8 Pokemon respectively. Tomorrow I'll be talking about my favorite Pokemon, Raichu. As always, this isn't my proper outfit and you'll see me tomorrow.